Okay, hello. This is Kyle Van Hook, and this is the second recording that I had to make because the other one did not include computer sound. Hopefully, this one does. So, just to make sure, I want to show off everything. Starting first, hopefully you can hear, but oh, whoops. Hopefully you can hear, but there's background music. There is as you get like that weird droning sound that's supposed to be included when you get closer to the meteorites. And it does get a little bit louder and droning on as you get closer and farther away from it. Uh, so that's everything working. I guess I'll show the game manager first. And right now, in the game manager, you can see that we have a header and we have public audio clips for all the audio clips that you can drag in. Where are you? The game manager object. You can see that we have the audio sound clips here. We have an audio source here for the background music. We have audio source here. Here, this is basically the audio source that then got put into here. Uh, in the awake, it plays once the audio listener, in this case our character, gets put into the game world. It plays the background. It makes the background music dot source dot clip equal to the background music clip, and then we have our background music source play, and uh, the audio source on the game manager is set to play on awake and loop, so the background music will loop endlessly. Uh, damage. Oh, all right. So that's the basic background music. Uh, take damage. No, that's not it. All right. I think it's pawn and enemy clip. These were just slightly modified. Uh, we added audio source to the pawn, and in the audio source, as it is shooting, we have we hit do a play one shot on the audio source because we only want this to play once every time it's shot, and we get the shooting sound from the game manager instance, and we've set it to like a sound value of 0.3, and that works. You could hear it. Hopefully, you could hear it when we were shooting. And in our enemy health component, we have a vector object point, which then, when we are checking if whether or not the enemy is alive, if they are not, we're going to get the audio source and we're going to do a play clip at point. And this is because if we try to just play as the object is being destroyed, the audio source for that object will be destroyed and we won't get any sound or any game effects. So we're using a play clip at point to make a separate object or audio source. We're grabbing the explosion sound we're using for Game Manager. We're getting the vector point that we want the new object to actually be, and we're getting the volume source as well. Uh, I think I think that's it for the most part because the damage zones have audio sources. The uh, actually prefab. The prefab has an audio listener and its own audio source, but it doesn't really do anything right now. So the audio source is this. Uh, I think the only interesting thing to add is the new thing I added from all of the sound sources, which is the UFO, which is an enemy that chases the player upon spawning. It has an audio source as well. It uses the same low frequency sound that the meteorites here have, just to check, just to show you that it's getting closer. Uh, it has a move. It's insta kill as well. Damage 0. Score amount is 2. Let's actually show you well, it basically uses all the scripts from the everything else, like the enemy health and death and destroy and damage and overlap. That's fine. So it's counted as one of the enemies, and it's even counted on the enemy score or number and the score over here. That's cool. But the new thing I made for that is basically the move to player function or script, where it during the game manager it checks it gets the player pawn at the start of the game, which in this case is nothing because the player hasn't spawned yet, so it's null. But then during update, we check if the player pawn is not null. We then go to move to player function, which then checks if the player pawn does not equal null. It will do all this. It will do a move to vector3 move towards function. And then assuming that it is not null, it will then get the current object's transformation, get the player's transformation position, then using the movement speed and times dot delta. That way it's not going infinitely fast and immediately destroying the player upon their spawning, because that's happened a couple times. It will then move at that speed. And we've made it so that the movement speed is a public variable, and you can change it as you want. One thing that is an issue is the let me move that. All right. One thing that is an issue is that when the player has not been spawned, you get millions upon millions of the messages saying there is no audio listener, which is annoying, but I guess valid. And victory. And that's pretty much everything. I think I've got everything for the sound, and everything works. And hopefully this recording actually has sound. Anyways, thank you for listening. Have a good day. All right. Stop recording.